the strategy of Volvo when it comes to the electrification has never changed over the years. I would say we started to say in 2019 that whatever cars would have been launched in the future for Volvo was always concerned electrification. Heavy electrification, that means full electric or plug-in hybrid or mild hybrid. But the concept was very clear: new cars, they must be related to electrification. And actually from 2019, even throughout the COVID situation, Volvo was always launching new cars, always related to the electrification. Currently, we cannot deny that the development of the electrification has changed, especially in Europe. The speed of the development of the market, of the, let's say, the purchasing process of the electrification is taking longer. That's the reality that we need to face and we need to accept. Of course, Europe is very different. North of Europe is very developed when it comes to electrification. Center Europe is, let's say, average, while Southern Europe is really slow in terms of electrification. We need to accept that. We need to respond to this kind of trend to satisfy the consumers, and that's why, without changing the strategy that we remain the same, we have decided also to enlarge our offer when it comes to plug-in hybrid. So the idea is to have a kind of breeze toward the future where the plug-in hybrid will be an offer able really to consent our customers to drive and to have a transition phase towards the electrification. But then at a certain stage, that probably will be 2030, Volvo will be producing only electric cars. Starting from next year, where we're going to have two big important launches, especially the EX60 through the mid-side SUV, and this will be, of course, just a full electric car. Connected cars are very important for Volvo. The relation between the driver and the car, and the relation between the car and the environment around the car becomes absolutely vital to define the new, let's say, the new limit, the new rules for safety in the future. Everybody knows that safety has always been a very important item for Volvo. We developed a lot of important technologies even in the past, and Volvo has been always very well known for the safety application, for the safety technology, for the, let's say, the mindset applied to safety and to safeguard life. Now, the future, of course, is very much linked to artificial intelligence, is very much linked to autonomous driving, but it's very much clear that to get there, we need to develop all the systems that are related to the connectivity and all the systems that can really put in connection the one that is driving with the one that is around the car. And so infrastructure is, of course, very important, but more than ever, it's very important to have a car that is able to develop autonomous driving, is able to have softwares that can really be able to connect all the data that the car is able to connect in one big computer. We call it this way, and differently compared to the past. In the past, the cars they used to have different kind of software, different kind of computer, in a way that altogether they could create a kind of cage of safety for the cars. Now, of course, it's all concentrated in one software, and this software must be able to, let's say, manage everything that the car is able to measure. For instance, in the last EX90, we launched the LiDAR, which is a big eye of the car that is able to see for 300 meters around the car in a 3D dimension, and this is very much important to give the cars all the data necessary to drive on its own. So it's the start of the autonomous driving. So connectivity becomes vital. Not only to simplify the life of the drivers and the life of the ones that are in the car, but also to guarantee the management of the data in a way that autonomous driving can really become a reality, and with that to give the ultimate goal for our strategy, that is safety. Of course, data will give, especially the consumer, the possibility to to get a lot of services thanks to the digitalization, thanks to the connectivity again between the consumer and the cars. And it's very much clear that, for instance, we could have a checkup, let's say, in real time about, for instance, the status of the car, the status of the batteries, and this is something that will be communicated directly to our workshops, for instance, and our workshops, they will know exactly in real time what's going on in the car, and in this respect they will be able to get in contact with the consumer, with the customer, with the driver, saying, hey, you need to have this kind of a system because this is going to be wrong in, I don't know, in 20, in 30, in 200, in 1,000 kilometers. So the cars will also be able to create a kind of prediction plan in terms of possible problems that the cars could have in the next 1,000 of kilometers, and to give our customers the chance to book directly via the car, the assistant for the car. This is just one example, but of course there are many others, again, to manage the traffic situation, to be in contact with our house, our home, for instance, and to create a connection between the car and the home, to create a connection in terms of, for instance, to charge the car, and to create this relation between electricity and the batteries of the car and the electricity needed in our home, in our house. So all these kind of things will be able in the near future, and this is very much thanks to the connectivity and thanks to the correct usage of data.